We gonna engage the Gambia Football Coaches Association, who are preparing something big here in this country because of the season. Monthly award been given to coaches first and second division, both male and female. And of course, this morning we're gonna engage the Secretary General and the President here in the studio, Keba Jaspature and Alhaji Ahmad Cham. First, let me start with SG. Good morning, Mr. Cham. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Probably the first time or the second time coming to Apple Radio.
Yeah.
Happy to come and talk about
This
Gambia
building
football.
or because I remember you once come to the other building.
And then that's the second time.
Yeah, that was by that time Gajaga was around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the second time.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy to be here to talk about football, a passion for me, and what I want to do. I like doing it very well.
All right, so we will also allow Jasper to come in later. But first, SG, let's discuss the recently appointment of the two ladies, Miss Philomena Jata as women football coordinator and safeguarding officer, and Miss Angelique S. Mendy as GFF women football coordinator as an assistant.
I think their CV speak for itself. And Philomena, I know. Philomena was my student when I taught in Combo Berending.
Oh, Berending.
Yeah. And I also taught her at St. Joseph's High School. So she used to be very good in sports. She was in the same team with Gina Bass at St. Joseph's High School. So I'm not surprised that she's appointed as the senior football coordinator for the Gambia Football Federation, because she have been playing football also. She was a national team goalkeeper, played for Berkama United, and along the way decided to do teaching job, did her PTC and HTC, and eventually went to the University of the Gambia to study political science. I think it's a great appointment and an appointment in the right direction. Angelique, I don't know a lot about her. I know that she's also a teacher with a PTC and HTC, and was also doing football, because for me it's like they are returning everything to the game. People
Who matters the most?
Yeah.
Because you have to get connected to this. I mean, to be part of it.
You have to get connected, but you also have to have the knowledge to do the job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Connection is one thing, the knowledge is another thing, and I believe their CV has shown that the Gambia Football Federation were in a position to do a good job through probably the Technical and Development Committee, and we're in a position to have suitable candidates and qualified candidates for these jobs.
Interesting. So let's engage the President, Keba Jesper. Morning, Jesper.
Morning, Dembajang.
In Imbara. So how important is this appointment? I mean, having a women football coordinator and an assistant, not only coordinator but also safeguarding officer as well.
Yes, as just entering the studio had passed in, I think female football has come from a long way and has gone to a long way. The ones they just succeeded, as Veronica and
Shani,
we've seen what they've done.
They've done a fantastic job.
They lay a very good foundation. And again, the most exciting part of it, this is, as you said, football is giving back to people who are connected to football. I think this is a very welcoming one. This is an encouragement for other female players. Football doesn't just stop at play.
Knowledge is important as well.
Knowledge is very key.
Yeah, because if you don't have the knowledge, implementation becomes an issue.
And I think that has been our problem in the past. We hadn't, what are we doing for our ex-players?
Yes, because we are passionate about what we do, but it has to go with education as well.
Exactly. I once had a word in which sang the TD. This was one of his advices. Let players try to gather on their people, consider their education key. If you want to get control of the game tomorrow, you need to get the stuff. It's not just playing the game.
And playing, your career can come such, within 2-3 years.
Exactly.
But knowledge is wisdom.
Especially in administration. We need people well booked to administer our games. So if you want to be part of that, I think we need to be prepared. And there's life after football. This is what these girls have shown. And kudos and thanks to the federation for putting those considerations and saying that very soon you will see another level in our female games.
So I will come to Coach Alhaji Ahmad Cham about the monthly award. But as the president, let me ask you this. I mean, the um, big award that you people are looking forward to in the summer, how are you guys bracing up for it?
In fact, it's gonna be a convention. The award will come in the latter part of it, which we will be very much honored. But the biggest event is the convention. That's going to be the first of its kind.
Mm.
We've been hearing it, we've been exporting, or people have been traveling to overseas, or especially in America, to be joining conventions. You have the Black Coaches Association, which is in America. That's the biggest convention ever. For us, we decided, or we planned this from 2 3 years ago. We were discussing on it, but again, every action has to be taken. We've seen after a long debate or discussion, it is tough. Still, we're struggling or we're pushing, but we just want to set a sample, or we just want to start something to be a roadmap for any executive or any member of the association coming in the future, at least to have something in our calendar. Because as you know, football is dynamic, it's changing every day. Bringing coaches after a long, we all agree we had a very tough league, both first and second division. It has been very much competitive. People have been waking from, some started their day as early as 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock a.m. to attend their trainings. I could tell you, when you want to train in Kabakel, you have to wake up early as 5 o'clock to be on the ground by 7 o'clock. He was with BST. You have to wake up at least 6 o'clock. At times, you had your Fajr prayer even at your grounds. So after that long day, and we've seen there has not been much of capacity building for the couple of years. And this is one of the key reasons we come with the idea at the federation, we are at the association, and we have the full backing of the federation to start doing this, which will be an annual thing. So it is not just going to, we are not just going to come there and to be there. It is going to be inclusive, both capacity building and awareness training.
So when is this going to take center stage?
Right from the 22nd of this month to the 27th, and it's going to be in-house.
In-house, in a sense, where?
At the NTTC.
Okay, interesting. So before I bring in Coach Amacham, we know the licensing issue also becomes a key factor. I mean, the last time you guys had get a major training about A license, I could not remember, but B license was the last in 2016,
Yeah.
I think, and since then, everything is stuck. I mean, what are you guys doing to make sure that coaches get A license as the coaches association, together with the technical department as well, to make sure that our coaches also get some of these capacities? We know at some point capacity gap becomes a problem, even if you want to be part of those who want to attend in the CAF Confederation or the qualifiers. You need certain number of license to be on that bench. So what is the coaches association doing? What are your plans for the future to make sure that your coaches got the badge that they desire? So
Not even the coach association alone. This has been worried by even by the federation, because remember, we just plunged into that. The federation is working keenly to move to professional league in 2025-2026 season, and these are the basic requirements that anybody going to that Premier League or to that high professional league must carry, especially the A license.
absolutely.
So, and again, it has been a political tool. It has been a political promise during the last election that a certain number of coaches or a certain batch has to be covered. And again, at our level, thank God we had that good relationship, because they are the key partners of the coach association. That's the federation, through the technical department and the technical director heading it. We are working immensely on him. This year, it's a promise, and I think the executive, we are lucky to have that conversation with the executive. This is something they have to, they're working immensely on it, especially the TD. But again, it was a situation that was beyond the federation. There was an issue with CAF, but I think we are at advanced stage now. Things are almost getting on.
So there was an issue with CAF.
Yeah, CAF had an issue generally.
Yeah.
Not only Gambia.
Not only
also
Gambia, I
it's
know
across the-
how license were issued to
Exactly.
people without getting the knowledge.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I
Exactly.
mean, but yes, let's allow him to rest a little bit. By your uncle, your nephew today will. But anyway, Mr. Cham, so let's talk about the monthly award, and of course, you can also chip on the issue of the convention from the 22nd to 27th.
Thank you very much. I think the monthly award started about 4 years ago when one of our executive members, Sana Yafa, who now resides in USA, then Fai was the president. We started discussing it, and it went up to a point that we felt it was important to do it for the coaches, and then Sana and the Grand Autos were the only sponsors, and the Gambia Football Federation. Then at that period, we were giving each coach a certificate, a celebratory drink, a tactic board, and a cash of $1,000 each. Then it went up to a level, it was increased to 6,000. From 6,000 to now, we're giving every coach that wins the award of the coach of the month $8,000 is a certificate with a crystal ball.
A significant improvement.
Yeah, a significant improvement, and it is happening since we started it. We every year we have to do it, and we continue doing it. This year we have given all the awards. We are only left with 2 awards. That is the first division male, the last 5 weeks, and the second division male, and the FF Cup.
The second division, the male was given, right?
The last award, the second to last award for the male was given.
Okay, was given to Hawks, right?
Yes. Now we are moving on to the last weeks. That is which we are thinking of doing during the FF Cup finals, and then there will be one for the FF Cup winner also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
now we have a lot of sponsors who are coming to assist the coaches association. The Gambia Football Federation is the main financer. They pay the cash for the coaches. The coaches association were in a position to collaborate with
iAfrica
TV, Channel Samba, the football agent. We were also in a position to collaborate with Grand Autos, who started it, and they are still coming to make sure that it happens, and it is ongoing. Every season we send our budget to the Gambia Football Federation as per the coach for the awards, that is the cash prize, and the coaches association will run around to make sure that we have the other materials that we need. This year, iAfrica came up with the crystal ball, and every year we give every coach will have a crystal ball, a certificate, and kudos to the chairman of the committee, who is no other person than Coach Yaya Mane, the assistant coach of the under-20, and he has been the chairman, and I think we did a great job in making sure that these awards were done. So we are very pleased and very happy that the executive were in a position to appoint him.
On a final note on that issue, I mean, I know it's tough. Finance is a key factor. But when the season ends, I mean, like for example, we got a leading goal scorer who scored a significant amount. You know, for example, given a golden boot, the best goalkeeper given a golden glove. I mean, these are souvenirs that they will live to remember for the rest of their life. I mean, sometimes it's lightning does not strike twice. You could get a good season, the following season you slumber. So is the coaches association thinking in line to say, you know what, not only giving monthly award, but if the season ends, I know there will always be conversations around who deserve what or what, but based on statistics, for example, leading goal scorer, there will be no qualms because there's
Those are facts.
and of course the goalkeeper with the most clean sheet.
Those are facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can only do that in collaboration with the
GFF,
with the Players
Association,
because our core mandate as an executive of the Gambia Football Coaches Association is to look at the coaches.
I know.
The farewell,
the Players Association started the award. I think they've done it only once.
Yeah.
Then since then, it become dormant.
Yeah, there was a point that we were discussing with them, talking with them, that anytime we have the coaches award, there should be a players award. And how we do it, we have to strategize to make sure that if a coach is nominated, that coach would send in 2 or 3 players from his team he feels were in a position to help him during the period that he had this nomination. And
Yeah.
then the committee will also sit and look at which of these players deserve winning the Player of the Month. But it went up to a point that I think they had issues. The function of these are facts. The function of the Players Association
Yeah.
is not as it was at the beginning, and we also decided to concentrate on the coaches and do the job for the coaches because we are representing them and we are there for their welfare.
In the long run, is there any possibility?
Yeah, it's possible the discussions can open again. We sit and talk about it and see what is possible. But we are not closing our doors to it. Our doors are open. If it is possible, it will happen.
Finally, the convention. Let's discuss that and we sign out. And if you have any message for the coaches, especially young aspiring coaches who want to become the Jaspers, the Amachams, the Matarbo, the Laibojans and co.
Yeah, the convention, as the president stated, is an idea that we had long since the inception of the executive before Matar left and Jasper came in. We have been discussing it, and I think the president is doing a great job in pushing, making sure that it happens. And one of the reasons we feel it should happen is that to make sure that one, the coaches come together and talk about issues, talk about coaching problems, talk about training, and also have some training. And during this period of the convention, by the time the convention starts, the league is already wrapped up. The coaches will be writing their reports. And during this period, we'll also review the league. The first division male, second division male, first division female, and second division female. We'll review all the leagues and the report will be sent to the federation, especially. It will also go with training. We are expecting to have international presenters, such as the president is talking to Isang Jacobs, who was in the Gambia from the American Coaches Association and a member of the Black Coaches Association. He's in the Hall of Fame. He had been one time assistant coach to the Nigerian national team when I think Finidi George was the head coach. He did a lot of work for Nigeria and he started working with Gambia through here having the connection with Isang Jacobs came through Medina Football Academy. It's also important to thank Mike, the president and owner of Medina, for opening the doors because it was their link, but they decided to go through the Football Federation and the Federation said, look, there's a coaching issue, you have to go to the Football Coaches Association. And that is how we started working and the coaching course took place where 30 Gambian coaches had the regional and state diploma from the United States of America. So that's where everything started. And now we are working very hard to make sure that the convention takes place. And when it takes place, it goes with training. Some of the coaches who were very successful in Gambian football were invited to talk about their road to success. We'll talk about the role of the coach in more detail, different from the ones we did in our courses. We'll talk about the principles of coaching. All these topics will be there for the coaches to interact. Somebody will do a presentation and the coaches will interact. They'll ask questions and every day we'll review the day. And at the end of the day, we evaluate it and look at some of the things that we should do better.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Cham, for the time. Final message to the public.
Yeah, we're seeking still the support of the public because it is force of its kind.
Support in what sense?
You
need money from the public?
Might not be, but the members, the membership, let them come out and pay their convention fee. It's just $5,000 and limited position. Remember, we're talking of a membership of over 80 members. We have only 30 slots to go in for, and payment has started. It's just 10 days time we'll be on this, so it's gonna be lovely and nice. As he said, we are working on partners who are definitely willing to move the association to another level, and it is only the members that can give that support and zeal. So I'm appealing to the club presidents. I'm sorry we cannot write to all clubs because we had a limited place to write to all clubs. We're talking of 34 clubs and a general membership of over 80. We're looking for only 30. So writing to the clubs, it will not be very much tricky. That's why we're looking up to all membership are now aware because it's in the group. So the flyers will be out before the end of the weekend, so that the general public can know that we'll be at the NTCC for the coaches in the next 10 days. There's a general meeting for all coaches on Sunday at 11 o'clock at the NTCC.
All right, so this is what we have time for.